Hey, what's going on, guys? TalkNorwichCity here, back for another video. I hope you guys are all doing absolutely brilliant. It is a lovely day once again. The weather has been fine and glorious and lovely. I've been down in London for the majority of the week, just chilling down there, and also done the deadline day show on Ball Street, which is always a great laugh. We made the national media believe that Ryan Babel was going to Newcastle. It was great fun. I'll link that video down in the description below. Go and check that out. You'll laugh. But of course, Norwich City, what's been going on? Well, not too much, actually, in terms of deadline day dealings, which I wanted it to be that way. I think we conducted ourselves very well in this transfer window. Before I get into the dealings, what's happened, the transfer window, my thoughts in general about where Norwich City currently lie, I wanted to address a tweet that I received, and it did dishearten me a little bit. It came off the Twitter account Hultamania. Now, this is a man who I've followed for years. He was one of the first people I followed. And I tweeted out, I don't think people realise how impressive it is from Norwich City Football Club to keep hold of Nelson Oliveira. Where is the praise for that? Unreal stuff. And he quoted it and said, not everyone is trying to stay sweet with the club in order for media access, to be fair. Now, let me just address that because, look, I completely understand. Well, I don't really. The amount of media access I've had from the football club and fan channels in general, not just myself, is very limited. And that's the way it should be. The club, have a duty to handle communications in and out of the club, and I completely understand that. Of course, we had Russell Martin on a couple of months ago, but that is like the only current player we've ever had. So that's pretty much the only bit of media access we've ever had. I do not gain anything whatsoever. I don't get paid by the club. I wish I did to praise them. I don't think if he's tweeted that, he's watched the last week's podcast, the Millwall review, any of last season's content. I was Alex Neil out before a lot of people were. So I criticised probably more than I praised this football club. I like to think, though, that I can look at this in a long-term way and see the intent in the decisions we're trying to make and trying to move forward. So it did dishearten me a little bit when I saw that because it's just utter nonsense. I don't have anything against Hultamania. It got 50 likes, so good numbers to be fair to him. But if you, Hultamania, are watching, if anyone who liked that tweet, if anyone thinks I'm brown nose in the club or anything in order to get media access, please do drop me an email. Let's get a beer. Let's just chat it through because it's utter nonsense. And yeah, I just wanted to address that because I don't want to think that people think I'm lying in order to get in with the club. That's not a thing. I think the club respect that all of our Norwich City's fan media websites and YouTube channels operate in a strictly honest way, and that's the way it should be. Anyway, I wanted to get this EDP. It was from Friday because I couldn't believe the amount of players that have gone in and out of the club. I knew that we'd had a busy transfer window, but 41 players have been turned around to either brought in, loaned out, sold, stuff like that. So let's have a look at the breakdown then. 13 players have been signed permanently. We've got 2 loan deals in, Angus Gunn and Harrison Reed. We've sold or got rid of 16 players and we've loaned out 10 players, which makes 41. Now, I wanted to come back to this point. Actually, let me get some notes. I've made some notes. Stay right there. I've forgotten my notes. These are crucial notes because I always forget what I'm talking about. Right, so I wanted to address why I think this transfer window has been a good one. Let's start off with the players we've got rid of. John Ruddy, Stephen Whittaker, Sebastian Bassong, Ryan Bennett, Michael Turner, Yusuf Malumbu and Kyle Lafferty. Everyone wanted them gone, maybe except for John Ruddy, okay? We've got rid of them. We've slashed the wage bill. Great stuff. We've also sold Johnny Howson for decent money. Maybe people wanted to keep him. We got £12.5 million for Jacob Murphy, who's had one good season in the Championship. That's £18 million incomings to help us pay off what was a extortionate wage bill for very average players last year. We are having to plan ahead in case we don't go up this season and we don't get them parachute payments, because if we continue in the same fashion we did last year without parachute payments, we would be in a very, very, very difficult position. So in terms of people also saying, well, where's the money gone? Where's the money gone for Murphy? Well, we've spent a fair bit, to be fair. We haven't really paid over £2.5–3 million for a player. Marcel Frank has been the standout in terms of top signing so far. But we've probably spent, what, £6 million coming in? Of course, Grant Hanley was £3.5 million. We've spent more than that. We've probably spent nearing £10 million. We're also paying off Alex Pritchard, Stephen Naismith, probably still paying off Tim Close's transfer because, of course, that Murphy money doesn't all come in one big chunk. It's paid across maybe 3-4 years. And the same going out. So we probably still haven't paid off the Alex Pritchard, the Tim Close, the Stephen Naismith, all of them things. And of course, we're trying to still recoup the ridiculous wage bill we had last season as well. So we've done that. We've lowered the age range because last year we did have a fairly old squad. And I think we've brought in some decent talent. As well as that, we've kept hold of Alex Pritchard, James Maddison, Nelson Oliveira, Ivo Pinto, all of these crucial players and crucial components if we want to go up this season. Okay, so that's my take on it. Of course, some of our signings haven't been ideal. I don't rate James Husband. I think Mario Vrancic is a little bit off the pace. It will probably take time. But look, if we're paying 800 grand, £1 million for players, we can't expect them to hit the ground running. Everyone wanted change. We've got change. We've got Stuart Webber in. We've got Daniel Farker in. Everyone was so excited, so pumped at the start of the season. And because we're 5 games in, and admittedly it hasn't been an ideal start to the season, everyone seems to be very down. And I do sympathise with that. It's very tough to see your football club lose 4-0 at Millwall, 4-2 at Aston Villa. I was there, 3-1 at Carrow Road. I was there against Sunderland. It's not easy, but I just think we've committed to this. We have to stick with it. And I genuinely do believe that it will work. Maybe not this season, maybe not next season, but we will be in a much stronger position 5 years down the line because of this drastic change that we've taken on board. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, what you think of it. I'm buzzing to have a little break from Norwich City, but I'm also buzzing to get back to Carrow Road and watch us play Birmingham. But I think we're in a much stronger position now than we were last season to go forwards. I think we've got a good manager in place, a great sporting director, a good financial director in Steve Stone. We've got a good coaching team with a half-decent squad. Probably a decent squad. Definitely on paper, a top 10 championship squad. So yeah, we maybe need to overachieve a little bit, but I think that's more than possible. Yeah, if you've got any comments for me, let them in the comments below. My contact details are also in the description if you want to go a bit more personal. Yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Peace out.